Hi guys, I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy, and I'm here for you today with your Cancer monthly Tarotscope for the month of May. So all of you Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, we're going to take a look at your tarot cards and how you can best navigate this month and what you need to know for the month of May. So the very first card that I pulled, I actually pulled from a different deck, and this is from my archetype deck. This is going to tell us about what your self-theme is that you have going on. What archetype are you dealing with through the month of May? What's going on? And there's this storyteller energy, okay? So this is very much an energy where you might find yourself reminiscing through stories from the past. You might find yourself being creative in terms of writing and telling stories, but there's also an energy around the stories that you tell yourself, you know, and how mindful can you be around the stories that you're telling yourself? What stories are you telling yourself that don't benefit you, that are not helpful to you, that if you could shift the story could change your entire life? So just thinking about those stories and noticing how many stories that you're telling yourself that no longer serve you here in your life. So let's take a peek at the angel cards and we will dive right in. The very first section that we're going to take a peek at is the your work or your life's work. So what you get paid to do, what you just like to put a lot of time and energy into, what your life purpose is, those types of things. So let's take a look at that. I feel this need to kind of shuffle a lot for these cards for you, Cancer. Let's take a peek. All right, so here we have balance, okay? So you may find yourself this month feeling a little overwhelmed, feeling out of balance, and it's going to be really important for you to take the time to balance and make sure that you're doing things in moderation. So this is not going to be the month to go like full force, full speed ahead, you know, and burn yourself out and overwhelm yourself. I think that Cancers have a hard time with that sometimes anyway, and we want to make sure that we're just kind of following the flow of the energy. You know, you guys are great at flow, and so following when you have energy, making sure that you get things done, and when you don't, maybe choosing to do some things that are going to be good for your self-care and your overall well-being. This is also about waiting for just the right divine timing, okay? So not trying to press the timing of anything. Again, just trying to flow with the things that are showing up with you, for you, and allow yourself to let the great things that you're focusing on manifesting show up in the right timing. So take action whenever you feel called to, but don't try to force it. Let's take a peek at relationships within your family, your inner circle, so those people who are most important to you. And this is not your romantic partner. We're going to take a peek at that next. So just those people who are in your inner circle for you, Cancer. All right, so here we have the Seven of Earth. The Seven of Earth talks about seeds being well planted, a temporary pause in action, unnecessary worry. So I feel like maybe there are some things with certain people in our inner circle that we're worried about with them, that we're concerned about, like feeling like, oh, well, when is this going to happen for them? Or why are they going through this? And I feel like we're putting a lot of unnecessary energy into those people, and we really need to redirect that. Stay in your own lane, you know, come back to your life, come back to your focus, send them light, send them prayers, and understand that it'll all work out as it should. And if you call on God, if you call on the angels and you ask for help with that, they're going to get way better help than if you're focusing on worrying, because worrying actually sends negative energy. It sends the energy of exactly those things that you don't want to happen to that person in their direction. And oftentimes I find that the angels will block that energy from arriving into their experience. But why risk it? You know, when you can redirect it, when you can pray, when you can understand that any stuckness that they're feeling is only temporary. Let's take a peek at that romantic relationship energy for you guys in the month of May. All right, so here we have the Four of Earth reversed, okay? So this says being too frivolous or too cautious with money, good business decisions, giving to those less fortunate, okay? But the Four of Earth is like about resources too, right? It's not just about money, and it's like maybe I'm holding on too tightly to my emotions, to my affection, to my vulnerability, you know? So this is all about letting yourself, letting your heart be open, allowing it to be open, whether you've been in a relationship a long time or you're starting something new. The best course for a relationship is always going to be to approach it with as open a heart as possible and continuing to consciously stay vulnerable, stay open. This is where that real romantic relationship magic can happen. And the next thing that we're going to take a peek at is your health overall. So this is your physical well-being, your spiritual well-being, psychological, emotional well-being. Let's take a look at what themes are coming up for you in the month of May. Okay, so this says, time to rest or take a vacation. Allow more time before making a decision. Meditation may provide answers. Okay, so this is kind of like you need to pull away a little bit. We already have the balance card pop up for you that's talking about moderation, talking about finding balance. This is like spend time in your own energy. Make sure that you're doing things like meditation where you're connecting spiritually, doing those things that help you to connect spiritually, doing those things that help you to be able to listen to your soul. Oftentimes those are quiet, by yourself activities that just allow you to be in a nice flow and allow you to sort of clear your mind. So anything that you can do that will allow that process is going to bring you the answers that you're looking for and is going to bring you, I feel like, the peace that we're looking for. So it might be a bit of a stressful month. You're going to need to consciously work on balancing it out this month. And the next card that we have is finances for you, Cancer. Let's see. Okay. So this is interesting because they don't even want me to talk about finances this time. So again, this is about, I don't know, this is going to be a month where I think there's going to be some emotional challenges, right? And it's kind of like, don't focus on the money, focus on your healing. Focus on letting yourself take the time to heal, take the time to balance. I feel like there is going to be some sadness, some overwhelmment. We have the 3 of air here. And, you know, you need to work on allowing this healing process to happen. And sometimes that means that we have to let ourselves feel our feels and go into that. We don't want to live in those emotions, but we want to visit them and we want to allow those. And this is also about forgiveness, you know? So if you're holding on to something that you're feeling close to letting go, let it go, because forgiveness is really about releasing yourself. It's not about releasing that other person. And when you can forgive, it releases the energy and it allows you to be able to move forward. So that feels really important here. And, you know, this is coming up in the financial section. So maybe that leads to some type of financial gain if you can be successful in finding your balance here this month. And then we'll just pull one card for overall self for the month of May for Cancer. All right, so here we have the 6 of water reversed. Okay, so this card says memory from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, romanticizing the past. Okay, so I'm feeling like we're stuck in the past a bit here, Cancer. We're too focused on the past. We're not seeing things in the best way possible. Maybe we had a relationship with someone in the past and we're focusing on all the good memories that we have. But also you need to remember that there are some shitty times too, you know, or there were some things about that relationship or that situation that did not work and were not in your highest and best good. And if you're focused only on those positives in that way, it's going to make it really hard for you to move forward. So we want to make sure that we're allowing ourselves to move forward, that we're not so focused on those things that have happened to us in the past that we're holding on to. This is about also forgiveness, right? And working on that forgiveness and allowing ourselves to release it so that we can move forward and be focused on the present and creating a beautiful future for yourselves, Cancer. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and you want to support my channel, it's so helpful to me if you would subscribe to my channel and like this video, share it with your friends, share, I have all of the Tarotscopes up. If you want to learn more about me or about clarity, you can check it out at discoveryourawakening.com. I'll see you guys soon with another video. Take care.